Well, Jack Spicer was from Los Angeles, and he was about 18 when he came to the University of California at Berkeley, and he immediately fell in with other poets there, the best known being Robert Duncan, who's been a big influence, and not just on English language poetry, who was originally from the Bay Area. Spicer's a really unusual one. For one thing, he's a poet, and this is only one aspect of him, but he's one of the rare Anglo-Saxon poets who is truly, in the deepest sense, influenced by Edgar Allan Poe. Wesleyan University has come out, and I think it's very important, with a book called From Jack Spicer's Last Words. His last words, he was a professional linguist. He said, as he was lying in the hospital dying of alcohol poisoning, really, he said, "My vocabulary did this to me." And that's the title of his collected poems from Wesleyan. This is the first poem from his book, Language, from Thing Language. He was a professional linguist. All these are from the middle 1960s. This ocean, humiliating in its disguises, tougher than anything. No one listens to poetry. The ocean does not mean to be listened to, a drop or crash of water. It means nothing. It is bread and butter, pepper and salt, the death that young men hope for. Aimlessly, it pounds the shore, white and aimless signals. No one listens to poetry. This is a great poem about the West Coast, I think, something that was very important to him and to me. It's from Book of Magazine Verse, where he wrote poems for magazines where he said, I know that they would just reject them. They were mostly not magazines that took poetry. In the last sequence, just before he died, 10 poems for Downbeat, the jazz magazine. But he's not writing about jazz. 1. The dog wagged his tail and looked wonderfully sad. Poets in America with nothing to believe in except maybe the ships in Gloucester Harbor or the snowfall. Don't you remember sweet Betsy from Pike? She crossed the big mountains with her lover Ike. No sense in crossing a mountain with nobody living in it. No sense in fighting their fires. West Coast is something nobody with sense would understand. We cross the mountains eating each other sometimes, or the heathen Chinese building a railway. We are a coast people. There is nothing but ocean out beyond us. We grasp the first thing coming.